After Riverside, the Rebels came home. They had a couple of weeks to practice, then it was time for the big one, the Daytona 500. When the green flag dropped on this one, Florida came alive with the sound of speed. On the first lap, all cars pour out of the high-banked second turn and fire down that long back straightaway with Buddy Baker in the lead and Bobby Isaac second. Now the crowd goes wild as Cale Yarbrough and his number 21 Mercury Cyclone makes his bid, moving from 5th to 2nd place. There he goes, down the back chute. Cale put a wheel underneath Baker, punched it, and took the lead away. Now it's Yarbrough, Baker, and Isaac putting on a sensational show at over 185 miles an hour. On the 25th lap, car number 53 blows an engine and spins for 400 feet. This brings the yellow flag out for 30 laps. When the green flag snapped down for the restart, A.J. Foyt put his Ford out in front, but the company behind him is mighty fast. At 210 miles an hour down the back chute, Donnie Allison and Cale Yarbrough close the gap on Foyt. Entering turn 3, Allison pulls up alongside Foyt, and in the 4th turn, he takes the lead. In a wheel-to-wheel battle, Cale and LeeRoy move around Foyt to fill the 2nd and 3rd holes behind Donnie Allison. Now they're flat out. Jimmy Hilton, car number 48, blew an engine, spun in the oil, and slides down the high-banked 3rd turn. And he's okay as he heads back to the pits. That 21 on Cale Yarbrough's Cyclone is just a blur as he screams around the high side and tries to close up on the leaders. Uh-oh, he tries a little too hard and tears the right side of the car off against the concrete retaining wall. But Cale is all right. You can watch the rest of this one from the pits. With Cale out of the race, LeeRoy Yarbrough in car number 98 is second. Glotzbach third. Both cars are closing the gap on Allison. And he does it. Out of the 4th turn onto the tri-oval, LeeRoy drops down low and passes Allison to take the lead with Glotzbach right on his tail. Now it's Ford, Dodge, Ford. On the 175th lap, both Yarbrough and Glotzbach come in for their last stop of the day. The time on these two pit stops could determine the winner. Cotton Owens and the crew do a sensational job getting Charlie's number 6 Dodge out of the pits in 18 seconds. Just 2 seconds ahead of LeeRoy Yarbrough. Now Glotzbach has the lead as LeeRoy storms back onto the track. With only a lap and a half to go, Yarbrough is moving up on Glotzbach. Both cars are flat out now at over 188 miles an hour. White flag is out. Only one more lap to go, and this Ford Dodge battle has 100,000 people on their feet. Down the long back chute, LeeRoy slams his foot into the happy pedal, lets it all hang out, and takes the lead. Sergeant Charlie won't give up and tries LeeRoy on the low side through the fourth turn, but he can't make it. LeeRoy holds him off long enough to take the checkered flag and the Daytona 500. Glotzbach was second by 1/10 of a second. LeeRoy Yarbrough's extra effort was worth an extra $21,000, or a total of $37,125.